Our planet is heating up. This is climate change. It's a phenomenon that affects every corner of the globe, from the icy poles to the equatorial tropics. The signs are all around us, and they are becoming increasingly hard to ignore. It's real, and it's happening now. We see it in the melting ice caps, the raging wildfires, and the extreme weather events that are becoming more frequent and severe. These changes are not just statistics, they are impacting lives and livelihoods. The main cause is greenhouse gases. These gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, are released into the atmosphere through various human activities. They are the invisible drivers of this global crisis. These gases trap heat from the sun. Instead of allowing the heat to escape back into space, they hold on to it, creating a warming effect. This process is known as the greenhouse effect, and it is intensifying with each passing year. Human activities, like burning fossil fuels, release a lot of these gases. Every time we drive a car, power a factory, or heat our homes with oil or gas, we contribute to the buildup of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. As these gases build up in the atmosphere, they act like a blanket. This blanket is getting thicker and thicker, trapping more heat and causing the Earth's temperature to rise at an unprecedented rate. This blanket traps more and more heat, causing the Earth's temperature to rise. And the consequences of this warming are far-reaching, affecting weather patterns, sea levels, and the natural world. This warming has serious consequences, leading to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and disruptions to ecosystems. Hurricanes and storms are becoming more powerful. Coastal areas are experiencing more frequent flooding, and coral reefs are dying. Wildlife is struggling to adapt to the rapid changes, and entire ecosystems are at risk. The effects of climate change are already being felt around the world. Heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense. Storms are becoming stronger and more destructive. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities. These impacts are only going to get worse if we don't act now. The longer we wait, the more difficult and costly it will be to address the problem. It's crucial that we transition away from fossil fuels and towards cleaner, more sustainable sources of energy. Technology is a powerful tool in the fight against climate change. One of the most promising areas is renewable energy. Solar and wind power are becoming increasingly affordable and efficient. They offer a clean alternative to fossil fuels. Electric vehicles, or EVs, are another important innovation. EVs run on electricity instead of gasoline, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. As battery technology improves and charging infrastructure expands, EVs are becoming a more viable option for transportation. Governments play a crucial role in addressing climate change. Policies that promote clean energy and discourage pollution are essential. One approach is carbon pricing. This puts a price on carbon emissions, making polluters pay for the damage they cause. Green New Deal initiatives are another example of policy innovation. These comprehensive plans aim to decarbonize the economy, create green jobs, and address social justice issues related to climate change. Section 5. Communities taking charge. Individuals and communities are also taking action. Local sustainability projects are popping up all over the world. These initiatives focus on things like reducing waste, conserving water, and promoting sustainable transportation. Community gardens, for example, provide fresh, locally grown produce while reducing transportation emissions. Bike sharing programs offer an alternative to cars, promoting exercise and reducing traffic congestion. These grassroots efforts demonstrate the power of collective action. Section 6. The power of innovation. Innovation is key to tackling the climate crisis. It drives the development of new technologies and solutions that can help us mitigate the effects of climate change and adapt to its impacts. From renewable energy to sustainable agriculture, innovative practices are transforming the way we produce and consume energy and food. Solar panels, for instance, harness the power of the sun to generate clean electricity, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. New technologies and approaches are constantly emerging. Engineers and scientists are working tirelessly in labs and research facilities to develop cutting-edge solutions that can help us build a more sustainable future. These innovations offer hope for a cleaner, greener future. Wind turbines, for example, convert wind energy into electricity, providing a renewable source of power. Urban green spaces with eco-friendly infrastructure also play a crucial role in reducing carbon emissions and improving air quality. One exciting area of innovation is carbon capture and storage. This technology captures carbon dioxide emissions from power plants and other industrial sources, preventing them from entering the atmosphere and contributing to global warming. This technology captures carbon dioxide emissions from power plants and other industrial sources, effectively reducing the amount of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere. Preventing them from entering the atmosphere, carbon capture technology can significantly lower the carbon footprint of industrial activities, making them more sustainable. While still in its early stages, carbon capture technology is showing great promise. Researchers are continuously working on improving its efficiency and scalability to make it a viable solution for large-scale carbon reduction. Carbon capture has the potential to significantly reduce our carbon footprint. By integrating this technology into our industrial processes, we can take a major step towards achieving our climate goals and ensuring a healthier planet for future generations. Section 7. Challenges and opportunities. Addressing climate change is not without its challenges. The transition to a low-carbon economy will require significant investments in infrastructure, research, and development. There will be costs associated with this transition. However, these challenges also present opportunities. Investing in clean energy creates jobs and stimulates economic growth. Reducing pollution improves public health and saves healthcare costs. Addressing climate change is not just an environmental imperative, it's also an economic and social opportunity. Section 8. A global effort for a sustainable future. Climate change is a global problem that requires a global solution. International cooperation is essential to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and adapt to the impacts of climate change. The Paris Agreement, adopted by nearly 200 countries, is a landmark agreement that aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. This agreement provides a framework for international cooperation and action on climate change. Section 9. Reasons for hope. Despite the challenges, there is reason for hope. Around the world, people are taking action to protect our planet. From planting trees to installing solar panels, these efforts are making a difference. The world is waking up to the urgency of the climate crisis. More and more individuals are joining the movement, raising their voices and demanding change. Climate change conferences are seeing record attendance, and the message is clear. We need to act now. More and more people are demanding action from their leaders. Activists are meeting with politicians, pushing for policies that will protect our environment. These efforts are starting to pay off, with new laws and regulations being introduced to reduce carbon emissions and promote sustainability. Technological innovations are providing us with the tools we need to transition to a cleaner, more sustainable future. Engineers are developing new technologies such as wind turbines and electric cars that are helping to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. The fight against climate change is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires endurance, perseverance, and a long-term commitment. Just like training for a marathon, we need to stay focused and keep pushing forward, even when the going gets tough. It will require sustained effort and commitment from individuals, communities, businesses, and governments around the world. Community meetings and corporate discussions about sustainability are becoming more common as people realize that everyone has a role to play in this fight. By working together, we can create a future where both people and the planet can thrive. Volunteers are cleaning up beaches, families are enjoying clean parks, and communities are coming together to make a difference. The future is bright if we all do our part.